he's gonna forever play on a discount because a team will say, we don't know what he's gonna do forever. I don't know if a rebrand even works. And I'm of the belief that we should help people reach their full potential. And Ja is showing us where he wants to go. So we should help him.
Yeah, I think that the help is coming in the form of tough love. They are definitely going to. I mean, Stephen A. said in his on his show, not first take, just his podcast on his podcast, that a source close to Adam Silver, the commissioner of the NBA, and Joe Dumars, also a former bad boy Pistons.
Mm.
Back in the days when they were winning, man. Oh man, these days, these years, it's been very rough, bro. We didn't even get the first pick, man, in the draft. But anyway, that's we
I
even
know
lost
how.
that. No, just let me rant from it. We even lost the first draft, man. The first pick of the draft, and we finished bottom last. But anyway, probably shouldn't say we anymore. But
What
anyway,
what
this
what draft number was Ja? Because maybe you guys would have drafted the new Ja, and you you're at the same location. You draft the wrong guy. You think you draft a generational talent, and then you get a generational shooter anyway.
Jamaran was the second overall.
Yeah, you draft a new Jamoran. You instead of you getting someone who's someone who's clinical on the court. You get a Hernandez type of guy, and then you're lost as a franchise as well.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, that's another one, by the way. He's gonna end up like Hernandez
well, I don't know. So let's see what happens.
if he doesn't change his ways. That's what I'm trying to say.
If he doesn't change his ways, yeah. But if so, so that's what I was saying. Stephen E said at the source close to Joe Dumars, he's of the disciplinary committee, I believe, and Adam Silver, who is the commissioner of the NBA, said that he'll get at least 6 months. The article you showed indicated that it might be, or at least
6 months of a season, of six
half a
months of a
season,
year.
half a season,
Have a
not six
season.
six, but that he would get at least half a season suspension. And the article you showed mentioned that it might be even a year. And according to the source, Stephen A's source, it's because the NBA didn't act harshly the first time because the Grizzlies, so Ja Morant's team suspended him
Mm,
for 8 games, and the NBA didn't. They agreed with the suspension, but they didn't do anything else, right?
additional. Yeah.
And so their stance is that because this happened within a short period of time, we're talking about a 2 to 3 month span, a time span, and the severity of what he did, it's a repeat offense, and the fact that they didn't do anything the first time, so they acted very leniently towards him. That this time they will not be so lenient and forgiving. So he might get 6 months to or at least half a season to a season suspension due to for what he did. And I believe that's the best thing that can happen to him because an 8 month suspension or 8 game suspension rather is not something that will have so much effect. It clearly didn't have any significant effect because he was on IG live doing it 2 months later. It wasn't his IG, but he was hanging with the same dude that was there in June, in the summer of last year, summer of 2020, when
Relation.
when Ja allegedly slapped a high schooler during a pickup game and showed his blicky. The same dude that was there in February of this year in the car uh, who a car that allegedly that allegedly uh, had people in it that pointed a laser blicky on players or staff members of the Pacers organization. The same dude that was there when he flashed the blicky in March of this. I mean, it's the same dude. So it's clear. It's it's a clown show. It's clear that he is not. He hasn't learned his lesson. So they might try to go for half a season or a season of suspension. That's a lot of money that he will lose, and maybe then
You will forever lose money. By the way,
he will.
you will. There
It's
is no way back.
it's gonna
He-
be tough
he-
for him to get
He's
back
gonna. He's gonna. Okay. He's gonna get.
because he would need to rebrand himself.
If he. Well, let's hope he doesn't
If
rebrand.
Sierra can rebrand herself, then
I don't know. Sierra never did. So she just transitioned. Um, but the thing is this, and that's why we discussed this because it has a law aspect on it. We basically said it already. RJ chimed on it. He's not doing anything wrong law wise because you're allowed to have, according to the Second Amendment, you are allowed to have a blicky. Contextually, brand wise, it's totally dumb. Business wise, NBA players are businesses. At the end of the day, he's gonna forever play on a discount because a team will say, we don't know what he's gonna do. Forever. I don't know if a rebrand even works. Well, he will have to be singing every Sunday in church, probably. That's the only way he can get back to the value he had. But forever, I do believe, as a business owner, as a team owner, I would forever pay him less than he should actually get because he's already shown to be a volatile situation. You never know what can happen, which can inflict harm on your brand as a team.
yeah.
That's how I see it. I don't think I think this is gonna cost them, of course, half a year. I don't know. You said for how much did he sign? 20. 4 years.
Let's say 25 years to 200,000.
So basically, he's gonna lose half of that in a season. So that's 40, 20 million roundabout,
Mm,
probably
I think he was set to earn about 35
35.
million.
Okay,
35 million
half of that.
in per season or this season, coming season, something to
Okay,
that.
35. So he's gonna lose 17 and a half off rip. Where is that money gonna go, by the way? Because it has to go in escrow, right? It's going back into the pockets of the team.
Yeah, so 33, 2023, 2024, 33 million, let's say 33 million base salary. And of course you have incentives and things like that. But his average salary would be approximately 38, 39 million per year because it of course it keeps going up. But usually, I mean, you would need to look at a contract. But usually they would have the money would be invested in charity. So for charity or things of that nature, it's
Is the
probably in
charity
the
owned by the owner? Okay.
no. So it's so the purpose of a fine usually is not to not to reimburse the organization, but to so the organization because or else the NBA will keep fining people and not pay them out, right? But usually the fine is not to be returned to the organization itself that is fining,
Mm.
but is to be used for a purpose. So a purpose or a cause, and that I mean the NBA probably has its guidelines for that.
Okay.
for that part.